Hello. Hi, my subscribers and my viewers. I hope we are all doing well. A new month has started. It is the month of August. How fast time moves. We are really in the end times. Are you a believer? Do you believe in Jesus Christ? There is something called eternity. Where will you spend your eternity? Well, this is M Special, a Biafran agitating for Biafra freedom, talking about Africa in general, justice, equity. Today, I repeat, I must say, because this news I want to deliberate on was actually a year ago. Please, before I continue, if you're a new person to this channel, do me a favor to subscribe. Because when you subscribe, it helps me to know that people are watching. Do not forget to put on your notification bell when you subscribe, so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be among the first hands to see it. Do bring forth your comments, because I deliberate and you bring the final say through your comments. You have the right to like or dislike. When you dislike, please let me know why you dislike the video, so that I may learn from it. Do not forget to share, because there is love in sharing. So, this news I want to bring is about United Nations. As I said before, this news was a year ago. I am dwelling on it today because it has a very big similarity to the period we are in as concerning pandemic of coronavirus. You know, all these fingers from the beginning of this year we are seeing with what we are into, the situation. Africa has been suffering same from centuries ago. And humanity kept quiet. When we talk about African leaders, it seems like Africans has no leader. But what do happen and what has been happening is when a true leader of Africa, a Pan-African leader, rises up, the powers that be will make sure that they eliminate that person. Like we can hear many of them, Nkrumah, in a lot, they assassinate them. And they will use our own people to destroy our own goods. Call it UN, call it UNICEF, name it. They are not in Africa for good. They are there like police to make sure that we will never see the light of the day. But today, the same is playing out even in their own world, as they have advanced from Africa to the universe. And most people are still asleep while they unveil their wickedness on humanity. Yes, we all know the truth of this matter, but who is going to talk? And for those that are speaking, they are being warned to know how they talk and to know that their life is at stake. Just like Dr. Emmanuel in Texas, that came out to say that she has used chloroquine, zinc, and one other to cure 400 of her patients. And she was asking, why should doctors allow patients to die? Yes, some of them are ignorant of this medication. Like one Ghanaian beautiful girl died in Canada because of common malaria. They don't know how to treat it. She went to Ghana before the lockdown, and she traveled back to Canada not knowing that she has contracted malaria. When she got there, they didn't know how to treat malaria, and that girl has to die for malaria. Depending on where you are in Europe, not all of them knows how about malaria. If they don't have black people in their medical system, they don't know about our body. And that is why I keep hammering about African narratives. But what happens and what has been happening is that these powers that be has taken it upon them to make sure that the people that will be in the corridor of power in Africa will be the chaps and not the intelligent ones. When the intelligent ones rises, they will make sure they are eliminated. The last plane crash we had in Kenya, have we forgotten? Is it not still surprising us? It surprises me because the caliber of people, Africans, that plane was carrying, for me, raises a question if that was an ordinary accident. It didn't start from the 21st century. It has been happening. But let me show you this news so that you know exactly where I am coming from.
Absolutely. It didn't make news until like the weekend, but you know, we still gotta. A UN armored vehicle for the peacekeeping mission in the Democratic Republic of Congo had overturned last week near the Rwandan border, and I'm surprised this didn't make news. It's like epic. And what was shocking about this is it was found to have illegal minerals, ivory, and other precious stones. Now, you know, this establishes that the UN peacekeeping forces in the Democratic Republic has been, and there's been a lot of allegations, sorry guys, there's just a lizard up there. There's been a lot of allegations against the United Nations peacekeeping force in the Democratic Republic of Congo. They've been there for over 18 years, since around 2010, and a lot of people have been saying that not only were they allegedly involved in, you know, the sexual abuse of, you know, young girls and women, not only were they involved in increasing, you know, prostitution, etc., but there were a lot of allegations that said they were part of the reason that the war in the Democratic Republic of Congo never ended, and they were actually fueling the war because they were involved in the illegal, you know, excavation and exportation of minerals. Now, this is a really, really, really embarrassing discovery because, you know, allegations are always allegations, but when you're caught red-handed, so you can be accused until you're found guilty, right? But when you're caught red-handed, it's a mess. And as you can see with this UN truck, had carried so many kilos of this stuff, and what what is suspected to have been carried was cassiterate, and cassiterate is basically a derivative of tin, and it's used in all electronic products, so there's a huge demand, such a huge demand that the cost has gone from $5,000 in 2003 per ton to $19,000 last year. So you can see that's like a double or triple in price. And what we saw actually almost a quadruple in price. And the sad thing is that another UN staff was also allegedly found with 1,200 kgs. That's like 1.2 tons of this yellowish mineral, and evidence now confirms that the UN peacekeepers are not as clean as we want to think. And you know what? The mission in the U.S. peacekeeping force, it's the largest mission in the world. There's 25,000 UN security forces. And what happens is that member nations of the United Nations basically donate, like literally donate or assign different numbers of their armies to the peacekeepers, and then they're sent on assignment to different nations. And so it's also the most costly peacekeeping force. I wonder why. What else are they doing? Why is it so costly? What else are they doing behind the scenes? It allegedly costs the United Nations $1 billion a year to maintain these 25,000 UN peacekeepers in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But we're seeing that why won't the war end in the DRC? Why is it always being perpetually just, you know, who is fueling it? Who is maintaining it? There's a lot of fingers that have been pointed at international corporations. There's a lot of fingers that have been pointed at international governments being involved. Even neighboring countries like Rwanda have been accused of being involved in the violence in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and also fueling some of those things. What is really going on?
And hear it by yourself and for yourself. When you hear these big names, when they parabolate themselves in Africa, they are not there for our own good. They are there for destruction. And they have so much destroyed Africa that they have nothing left to destroy, and now they have extended it to themselves and the whole world. That is practical what we are living today, where human rights has been scrambled in the name of coronavirus pandemic. And nobody seems to challenge them. And nobody wants to bring them to account. All of them, that both World Health Organization, unfortunately, when they want to do evil, they will put African person in front, as if we have no conscience, we can just take any post for any reason without thinking about our dignity. They will just use us, and we allow them to use us. So all of them, I will want somebody to bring them and honestly carry out an analysis of their body to see that none of them are taking this chloroquine that they are condemning, and they are still living today. We need human rights, this right, that right, and brainwashed humanity and made humanity look like a puppy. Now, people doesn't reason anymore. People don't think anymore. Everything they are thrown to, they will swallow it. They will die in silence. But they started this long ago in Africa, all in the name of help, just as they are doing today. The only help and solution they have for the pandemic they have planned for the whole people is vaccination. Anybody that speaks out, they will tell the person to be careful of his or her own life. They are now the agents of death. The Republic of Congo has been at war since God knows when, and it never stops. Africa has been on war, all parts, it never stops. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Or what is happening in Nigeria, you don't hear any of them report it. It is good for us. That is their answer. Because they wish us to be destroyed. And we also wish ourselves to be destroyed. Because we're supposed to be matured enough to say no to their plans against our own lives. And make peace among ourselves and move forward. Because if majority of us understand that, if we stop thinking about our stomach and we think about our tomorrow and the generation to come, all this will stop. But until we do that, we'll continue to be at the mercy of the international community, of the UN, of the UNICEF. Our children will continue to be an advert for money making for them in the name of help. You as an African leader, you as an African citizen, what is your contribution to stop this? Thank you, and let me have your comments. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to like this video. Until we see in the next video. Thank you.